in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now the first pass of the afternoon is complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it will bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Anthony. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anthony. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot, Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 27, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down, Anthony. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Lawrence now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action now. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Bravo. Hey, Alpha. Hey, exit.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Go.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost him 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Anthony. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Anthony. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down, Anthony. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're going for it with Dobbins. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From midfield now, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, over it. Go.
They go play action with Lawrence. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, what a move. And he's got room. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him so far.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and now long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence caught on the left side by Ginn. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, Wahoo!
On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Anthony. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first down, Anthony. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jags are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Again, it's Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On the double. Hey, you.
One more time with ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing now, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain. And
there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. And they'll run with ETN. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing, and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending, because